Hey guys, Frisian here. We have another Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk, and we are changing the lower ball joints left and right, and we're also installing the new rotors on both sides. So here's the ball joint, and I'm gonna tell you what you need, and so let me get to it. Alright, so first thing you gotta do, of course, is lift your car, then remove your lug nuts. Well, in this case, lug bolts. These are 19 mils. Remove your wheel, and the goal here is to replace the rotor and install our new ball joints. Okay, to get there, we need to remove the knuckle from the car, take it out completely, and use our ball joint tools, and so we can take out the lower ball joint, which is down there and has a lot of play. And so yeah, anyways, to remove all this, you will need to remove the tie rod. Okay, on the tie rod you have a 18 millimeter. The stability bar link is a 14. In case it's in this case it's new, so I think the original is a 15 if I'm not mistaken. So anyways, remove your stability bar link. Okay, remove your caliper. The caliper is a 14, 2 14s. The caliper bracket is a EP20. The caliper bracket is a EP20. They look like this, but if you don't have this special sockets, use a you can use a regular, let's see, you can use a regular hex 16. Okay, after that you need to remove the center CV axle nut. This one is a 36. And what else? And the bolt that goes across behind the knuckle is a you got the nut right here, is a 18 as well. And on the other side is a EP, let's see, it's a EP14. If you don't have an EP14, you can use an 11 millimeter, and it works just fine. Okay, other than that, we got a Allen head bolt holding the rotor, and that's a 5 millimeter. That's it, pretty much it. So let me take all this out, and oh yeah, one more thing, remove your ABS cable. It's held down by a 10 millimeter bolt down on the side. Okay, just take it out. You can disconnect the cable and bring it with you, so whatever you decide, either the cable or remove it from the actual knuckle, it's up to you. Anyways, so let me take all this out and remove the ball joint. So here we are, we removed our knuckle. Now is a good time, if you wanted to replace your wheel bearing, which is right here. It's also EP14, but if that doesn't work for you and you don't have that special socket, just use an 11 millimeter and it works the same. So anyways, we got our ball joint right here, and we just need to use our press, give it a couple smacks likely, and install our new one back on. So let me go ahead and do that. Remove this locking collar that's here, and yeah, change it out. So we got our ball joint out, and we just need to get a new one in. Alright, so what you want to do is compare them. They're the same. Okay, so I'm just going to press this back in. Some people put this in the freezer and then hit this knuckle up and then slide it in. Because of the temperature difference, you know, it will shrink the metal just enough for it to slide in with ease. So anyways, just use your press, your ball joint press, and take it out. You know, the last bit, just give it a couple smacks with your hammer and it will come out. Okay, so cool. Let me install this. I don't have the special tool to install it. This one's too bulky, but like I said, you can put your ball joint in the freezer, let it cool down for a little while, and then hit this up, and then, like I said, get the right size and smack it a couple times all the way to the base, and then you should be golden. So now all I need to put now I need to put this on, put this in there, the grease fitting, and put everything back up. So yep. So yeah guys, this is it. And if you got any questions, just comment below, like and subscribe, and I'll get you those answers. Okay, alrighty guys, see you in the next one.